Hello and welcome back to Inside the Mighty Nein. I'm your host and the voice of Beauregard Lionette, Marisha Ray.
I love it.
This time around, we are tackling episodes 6 through 8 of the first season of the Mighty Nein, now streaming on Prime. With that in mind, if you haven't finished the first season of the Mighty Nein yet, why are you here?
Yeah, we're going to spoil it.
Turn this off. We're going to spoil everything, so go watch it, come back, we'll wait for you.
Dumbass.
You've been warned.
Oh, hold on.
Travis.
What?
Yeah.
No, am I chiding the audience?
Yes, too
Oh,
much.
I told
okay.
you I haven't finished it, so you just called me a dumbass.
Well,
Wow.
listen.
And I couldn't because
Wow.
I was
Well, we'll address that later. With that out of the way, this is Inside the Mighty Nein. There's a title card, there's a title card.
I guess something happens.
Welcome back. Are we okay?
Yeah,
Are we
we're
okay
great.
over
Good.
here?
Never,
Great.
never.
Well, we'll start with this side of the couch then. Before we jump into it, why don't we go around and everybody introduce themselves, starting with you, Ashley.
Oh, hello. Hello, I'm gonna look over here. My name is Ashley Johnson, and I play Yasha Nidoran. And I am also a member of Critical Role. That's who I am.
Good job. Nice. Good
Wow.
job. That was
Thank
very
you
good.
very much.
Seriously.
Riegel. I'm going to look over here.
That's not where you're supposed to look,
I'm Sam
Sam.
Riegel. I'm the voice of Not the Brave. I'm also a member of Critical Role. And I'll throw it to you, Matt.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Matthew Mercer.
There's no camera down there.
Sorry.
Down there.
Carpet.
Yes, yes.
Hi, I'm Matthew Mercer, voice of Essek Thalis in the Mighty Nein.
And now Pumat Soul also.
And Pumat Soul and a
A
multitude
bunch of
other
people have died.
bunch of people who die. I die a lot in this show,
Yeah.
like everywhere. That's it. Other couch. Go.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Travis Willingham, voice of Ford Stone, also a member of Critical Role. I know where to look. Rahul.
Hi, my name's Rahul Kohli, and I play Verat, and I am not a member of Critical Role.
Not yet, baby.
You're an honorary member. in our
Hi,
hearts.
hello. I'm Laura Bailey. I play Jester Lavore, and I'm a member of Critical Role.
And together, we are a group of consummate professionals. Yeah, episodes 6 through 8. There's a lot of really deep and juicy character relationships that we are going to unpack in their entirety in this hour-long episode. But first, to kick us off, let's check out this animatic featuring Verrat and Essek.
Archers, make ready! Essek, what are you doing here?
You are in danger. We must go. Trust me.
Is that... did you know? How did you know, Essek? You stole the beacon.
Wowzers.
Wowzers.
Golly gee.
Golly gee whiz. Wow. Betrayal. Drama.
Sorry.
It has it all.
The drums. It has it all.
You're a piece of work.
I'm a very quiet piece of work in that scene too.
Yes.
Thanks for not
You're like, I
upstaging me
will not
by
say anything.
talking.
Of course not. No, it's your stage, man.
How did it feel when you acted it out? Like when you grabbed him by the lapels.
Yeah.
You were like,
that felt
oh my
great.
God, this is so
Yeah.
great.
Lift them up.
You can see in Essex's face, they're like, don't hurt me.
Yeah. He's a little bit into it. No, stop, please, don't.
You've discovered my secret. What are you going to do to me?
Well, yeah, so Verrat was a character that was more or less invented for the show. Didn't really pull from the original campaign.
Well, we're getting a perspective, of course, of facets of the Kryn dynasty that weren't seen from the Mighty Nein's perspective in the campaign, which gave us a whole opportunity to kind of expand and craft that narrative. And Verrat was such a fun way to see kind of the ever complicating facets of Essex familial life and the dynamic with the dynasty and the weird tangled web with the beacon. And I mean, for a character that was a cool addition to the story, this design is so much cooler than it has any right to be.
Very cool.
This is fucking rad.
I liked that button-up look.
too. It
That
was
one
like
good, the formal look.
This is actually what came first. So the character design came first, and then when we figured out what we wanted the character to look like, what we wanted his profile to be, we knew we had to find a voice that would fit that. We unfortunately ended up with Rahul,
I
but
was going to say, you couldn't find anyone.
no. I mean, we did. You were
said
just
no.
all the way down. Yeah. But no, we've been such massive fans from all of your things, and then the what was it? The first couple of lines in the recording
Oh
session.
yeah, like butter.
Yeah.
You sounded so
I think
good.
you just said
That did. You know what? I'm not going to use. I wouldn't admit this normally, but like you always worry about that because you're not auditioning, right? You come in.
Yeah.
And it's like show and tell. And I remember doing it, and I remember both of you going, huh? And I was like, oh, I'm good. I remember the look you guys, there was like a shared moment, and I went, okay, cool, it's fine.
Yeah, because there's always that tentative moment where it can even be like, I think you came in and you were like, do you want him to be British?
Yes.
That's the other thing. Yeah, I wasn't sure.
And we were like, I mean, yeah, of course, or if whatever you want to do. And so like there's this like delicate dance where you're like, I don't want to tell you to, if he doesn't want to do British, I don't want to tell him to do British, but I do want him to be British.
I think we also just said try it, right?
Yeah, I think because it's one of those things, like, obviously knowing you guys and once I was cast, you're also thinking to yourself, like, have you been asked to do the voice that, your speaking voice, your normal take? Is that what is being asked of you, or do they want you to create something other? And once I saw, I think in the early kind of, I saw some of that concept art, I was like, he doesn't sound like me. That's got to sound different. I can't sound like how I do. So that's why I was a bit nervous when I came in, because I was like, I think I'm going to try going for something from the belly.
Yeah, we're way down in the
Yeah,
basement.
because he just looked like a belly guy.
He has a big chest.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like the kind of teeth.
What your voice naturally does when you get that, the rage and the projection comes out there. But I mean, you tried a couple of things, and then we were kind of stuck trying to figure out which one we liked more.
Yeah.
I do regret though not leaning fully into the orc voice. We were talking like doing a proper like South London.
Yeah.
Hey, sick. Yeah, exactly.
What you doing?
What you done?
Where's your
mum?
Hey, sick.
So your mum, how's she doing?
I got a present.
Next time.
Missed opportunity. Stop watching right now. We're gonna redub all the episodes. That'll be a special selection as it goes South London.
You did do so good though, because Verrat is so lovable and he's like such a sweet boy. And I feel like you did such a good job.
He's a hot man.
He is a hot man.
There's also that.
This is what we were
wanna-
talking about.
You want him to give you a little,
Yeah, you want him to hold you.
little
Take
hug.
care of
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
You don't have a lot of moments between the two of them, but even just in the short bits you get in the season, you can feel the relationship between them and like the history there, which is what makes these moments so much harder when you start seeing that fracture, the kind of the hidden aspects of Essex's plan, how Verrat, like his heart breaking when he realizes like the depths that have happened here.
Essex's tricky to find a balance with, especially in this first season too, because he's a bad guy. We wanted to make sure that he is painted as a bad guy who makes bad decisions, even if he's doing them for the right reasons. Like he sells out his best friend. We also, I was realizing this as the first episode or the second episode was airing. In the writer's room, we came up with the name Verrat, which is German for betrayed.
I saw people.
And in the writers' room, we were like, "Well, that's a placeholder. We'll change it before we get to the recording." And I think we just forgot to change it.
So only your German audience immediately was like, thanks.
They're like, I mean, they're not going to actually call him that. That's too on the nose. What a nice little trick.
Vader means father?
Does it?
Yeah.
In what?
Darth
In
Father.
German?
Yes.
They get everything spoiled.
Sorry, Germany.
Sorry, Germany. That's so
I actually
funny.
didn't know that.
It's
Germany's
not
in
intentional.
Quebec.
It's
Sorry,
not-
Germany.
We love you. We love you.
I am
Vader.
Darth
Vader.
Father.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But is Darth
so
like
good.
supposed to be dark? Is it like Dark Daddy?
Oh.
No, but I want to be Darth Daddy.
There's a line I remember where Verrat tells Essek about not having kids of his own, right?
Yeah.
And subtext, feeling that way towards Essek, right? Like feeling that fatherly, yeah.
Yeah, I guess-
But isn't Essek the love child of Verrat? And
Ashley Johnson. That is unsubstantiated gossip.
I wish you
film.
hadn't used character names and you had said Rahul Kohli and Angelica Houston.
yeah, well, yeah. Yes.
Isn't Matt the love child of...
Yeah, the two of you have the love child of
those-
it's
Essek.
been speculated for a while.
Well, there is. I know we're talking about the back half of the episodes, but in episode 2, where Verrat gives Essek the broomstone, and then Essek goes and immediately claims that he's the one that found it.
Yeah.
I found this for you, which is so. It's like
Such a little micro.
Just a little-
aggression.
yes,
It is.
so
Yeah.
He's a complicated character, which is what makes it so much harder. Because like, the dynasty, one of the things that was very intentional in the development of the empire and the dynasty in this conflict is that both sides have complicated people. There are moral and amoral people on both elements here, and what we get to do with the animated series is get to fall in love with aspects of the dynasty as well as learn the complications early. And I think what Verrat stands for so wonderfully in this season is he's one of those examples of the honor and heart of the dynasty, that and he's kind of that entry point of like, oh no, they are very similar, and what I didn't expect this to be like, you know, the dark, shadowy, you know, midnight dark elf and orc people that a lot of fantasy tends to extol as, you know, villainous and such. It's like, no, they are just like anybody else with their hopes, their dreams, and you know, Verrat kind of is that entry point, which is what, one, you did so well, and two, makes it so hard as him and Essex's dynamic begins to fracture into this and possibly the next episode when we talk about it.
He's such a bastion for like loyalty, for code, for honor, all of those things, and you're an ass. You don't reward any of that.
Probably.
Well, speaking of the dynasty, there's somebody else from the dynasty
Ayo,
who's coming.
Someone's coming in the night. And it's Yasha.
That
Yes,
should have been
perfect.
her line. That
Perfect.
should have been her line. Oh, someone's coming in the night.
The Orphan Maker's song.
Do you hear it? Do you hear it? She's
Mommy.
coming.
They say vultures follow her. I'm coming.
Oh God.
Not totally true.
Yes.
Well, here we actually have a
BAFTA award-winning.
beautiful little animatic that sets Yasha up nicely. So let's take a look at that, and then we'll dive into this buff bitch.
Yeah, give me the buff bitch.
Vultures. The orphan maker. She's here. Vultures.
Vultures follow in her wake.
We're all dead.
The orphan maker's a myth. Get back to work. It's just a woman, and I'll prove it. All right then, you big bitch. You missed. It is her. Charge! Charge!
No. Wait. I beg you. Please, spare my life.
I thought you wanted to forget these feelings, Yasha. Be done with her and find my prize.
Mages. The assembly. Which way? Past that range. West. There's a dash.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Wow.
Did I hear you say
Down.
that? That's a rough one. Isn't it?
Yasha! And then she does jazz hands. Yeah.
I'm a-going.
Just jazz walks off.
She's
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
Wow.
But well, she's being controlled.
Yeah, it's not her fault.
And that was Felicia Day that we heard.
Getting
and
her head
squished.
crushed.
Getting her head crushed. Yeah. We also have an Amy Carrero in there.
As Zuala, the
As
wife
Zuala.
whose head is going to get crushed.
Yes. No,
Not on camera. at least.
not on camera.
Liam McIntyre
Look at
as
that
Opal.
big,
Yep.
beefy, beautiful, bodacious woman.
There we go.
She's
Some more bees.
Awesome.
I have loved seeing the thirst from the fandom over Yasha.
Yes.
So
Look
beautiful.
at that. I love that piece so much.
Yes.
So good.
Yeah.
We don't get to see a lot of Yasha in season 1, but
That is such a cool piece of art.
It really is.
Yeah.
it
Sorry.
makes you want more,
And she's, you know,
and you will get to see more
Yes.
at some point
At some point.
in the future.
In
it's
the
intentional payoff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
get there.
yeah,
We'll
yeah,
get
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
We'll make up for it.
We will.
We're Yasha edging right now.
Yeah. Which is-
Yashified.
She
Yeah,
is coming.
Yashified. Yeah, Yasha
It is
is
coming.
Yeah. Oh boy.
But yeah, that was episode. What, that was episode 7, right? No, 6.
Six.
That was episode 6. And then
And then we finally get to see her meet the gang in episode 8.
yes,
Yes.
It's like a meet cute.
Yeah.
It is such a
and we
meet
get
cute
along
with tears.
instantaneously.
So fast,
Yeah.
so ready to be BFFs. Yeah.
Yes,
fun.
we made some changes from the campaign for a variety of reasons, but mainly we just wanted to just make Ashley wait like she made us wait for her.
Oh, that's right, yeah. It was retribution, yeah. We also realized that the Yasha Molly dynamic was just total crap, so we just like, got rid of that. Just, yeah.
They'll have some friendship
We'll have some friendship. It will be there.
for sure.
Yes.
For context, since you look a little confused.
Yeah.
No, we were actually doing the campaign that this is based on. Ashley was filming Blind Spot in New York.
And you had to stop.
And
She
so
had to come
her character
in
had
and
to.
out of the
I was going in
game
and out.
so much.
Oh.
So when we got into the process of writing this, it made absolutely no sense for Yasha to show up and go away and show up and go away and show up and go away.
Yeah.
So
we could have kept her in these scenes, but like the general conversation was like, what's the best way to do this that best facilitates her arrival feeling meaningful, and to not have to jam her backstory in with learning about every other character, and instead when we do get to her, maybe we get to spotlight that with its own pace, you know, we'll get there.
That is
Yeah.
eloquently said.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I love what we've been able to do with it too.
Yeah. And she still gets, we get to see her as the orphan maker. We get to see her kicking ass, which is so cool.
Come on.
yeah, we didn't really get to see that
Vultures
in the
follow
game.
in her wake is like
Yeah.
so badass.
They're gonna be eating well tonight.
It's so cool.
I
We should
provide the
eat.
food for the vultures. Yeah.
Well,
She's
we
an
are
animal
still
lover.
we are still talking about
Birds.
about character dynamics and interpersonal relationships, which means I feel like we should talk about a half orc,
Oh,
a Ford. We haven't really dug into Ford too much,
oh shucks, ma'am.
and especially since we have the lovely Laura Bailey here, Fjord and Jester.
That's me.
Just a little pair of star-crossed lovers, that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. That's what you'd call it right
Oh.
from the get-go.
I didn't want anything to do with it, all right? I don't want any romance in my
Should I move?
TTRPG.
Straight there.
We put you there as a buffer. Sorry.
We do have some really cool Ford art that we can take a look at.
Oh.
Look at that handsome man.
This was actually the best shot at getting sort of the gradient fade on his face. We tried a lot of different techniques from the green to the lighter yellow, and this was the thing that would give us the best like tracking economy for his face.
That's right.
I saw people online freaking out when you walked past the mirror.
Oh yeah, and then they got to draw me in
Yeah,
the
that's
funhouse
so
mirror.
cool.
Yeah, it was fun. The crew at Titmouse is just the best. They're always coming up with things to surprise us. And I of course had to do all these facial reference images here. The striking images. Just,
That one's a little closer. To you.
How long
Yeah,
did you have to hold
yeah.
that pose?
that one?
Yeah.
4 hours.
4 hours?
Yeah.
Animation takes a while.
Yeah, your face just seizes up. That's how it goes.
The dynamic between Fjord and Jester is, I think it's just so great. It sparkles right from the beginning, and I think it's because that you guys are friends in real life. Some of the audience might not know this, but
Yeah.
you guys are friends
Yeah, it's nice.
in real life.
I'm a big fan of your work. Yeah.
Friends in real life, but also, what else? Marriage!
Oh yeah. That's
Yeah, I remember when we talked about how Fjord and Jester met, you know, when you and I were just discussing like how we were going to do our backstory. And so it's so much fun that we actually got to show that. And that's just stuff we talked about, you know, over dinner one day. I
Or
don't know.
driving back from a shoot in,
Yeah,
in
that's
the car
actually
on the way back. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was canonical that Jester was the only one who knew of Ford's
Yeah.
original accent.
Voice.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
And I'm so glad that we got to show that off.
Where do we get these? Because what if I want to like purchase some
No,
of
you,
these?
there's not. No, they're not.
I
for
feel
you.
like you've got a good chance of getting them.
Do we know?
These are not for you.
We
I
could
want
probably
one.
get some of these.
Yeah.
Are these digital drawings?
They-
Are these on paper? Are these?
So after we would record, we go to a bar, and they would just on the bar napkin with like a little highlighter. Yeah.
I don't know the whole process of how every artist does it, but I'm sure we can print them out on paper for you.
We have the technology.
Some basic
so
printer
much.
paper. Here you go.
No, it was really great jumping in because we've said before, part of the trick is when you've been with these characters for this many years, you know where they most currently are or where they end up, and you have to go all the way back to the beginning and explore like how did they feel towards each other in the very beginning? What kind of masks are they trying to wear in front of each other? Who are they pretending to be, or even trying to fool themselves with, which was fun, right? And we kind of messed around with that in the booth a little bit.
I loved in the last episode that Jester's so excited to go to the ball with Ford, but then doesn't get to, and she makes him his little costume that he was going to wear, which is just so cute and
very tight.
Open-chested.
horrendous.
Oh,
It's amazing.
When I
like
saw
a-
those designs, it was like, perfect.
Yep.
Absolutely perfect.
it's like a hire a stripper outfit, shows up at your door.
There was one,
definitely-
there was
That is
one
a
that had like
breakaway
like
outfit,
a
if
diamond
I've
that
ever
was
seen
just
one.
from like mid-nip down to navel, and I was like, that's too much. His pubes are sticking out at the top. Like, it's just too much.
I mean, I love it. I mean, it feels like that kind of alludes. We're gonna jump ahead a little bit. It's on topic. The Gala outfit.
Yes.
And I love that Ford is in an open shirt. What is this?
have it?
What
Do we have
is
it?
this? Yes, look at that.
Yes.
It looks so good on Jester.
It looks so good on just. Oh, but Bo
it's
still
pretty
has the
good on
ponytail in this one.
You know the wide leg stance.
So,
Yeah, it's like, how am I supposed to wear this thing?
Oh, look at
Oh, cute.
All the different hat
His
types.
coachman hat. Yep.
Molly cosplaying
like
as
the
a
little-
driver.
There
There
it
it
is.
is.
Oh my God, look at that midriff.
Hot, sexy.
In case it's hot in there,
wow.
Yeah, I think D is the way to go, really. I don't know.
Let's be real.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
it's
too
like
late now. Sorry.
A little like belly button.
You can
peek.
still
Yeah,
see
it's
shit.
just the hat
Trails.
Yeah.
Cosplay.
Everybody would just come by and go,
Yeah.
Especially any of those like intense moments in the fight.
Yeah.
Just his little belly button hanging out.
See, it's always fun to see like the visual representations of the character, because when you were recording, we had the character design and like some of the armor options and stuff like that. Did it inform how you wanted the performance to come across, because you were starting from zero?
Yeah, 100%. It's like you're desperate for a clue.
Yeah.
And obviously, when we're doing live action or whatever, you get a good run of the scripts and stuff, and you get a bit of time to like kind of do that. But with stuff like this, we don't really see each other until we're on the day. So if someone sends across some concept art, like I said with Verrat's one, already just seeing the like thickness of his neck, like, you're already forming kind of, it's steering you somewhere. That clearly isn't someone who's like, all right, how you doing? So you're like, okay, cool.
It could
Or
be.
not, or it could be. Yeah, if you
Mike
want.
Tyson voice.
Well, it's true. Even in those designs, like they were like Ford's outfit doesn't fit very well, or Bo doesn't exactly fit in Jester's dress, but we don't know what it's like until we see it. So even just seeing what parts are tight,
Yeah.
and Form's like, oh,
It does. It certainly does.
tight here.
Yeah.
Obviously, you didn't go for the crazy one, right?
No.
But now that you've shared it, you'll be able to see that at convention.
That's true.
That is
The
true.
variant
There's a
diamond
challenge.
chest. Okay, yeah, there.
Concept art cosplay.
That is the Rahul
If we get
diamond
somebody
variant.
Travis's measurements, can you make him a version of that?
That is not
For Laura's birthday.
Not a what? What makes you think I don't already have one?
Whoa.
I think she.
Yasha's coming.
Wow. Yasha's coming. Yeah, but like you said, everything kind of informs it. Even like Ford getting out of the carriage at the gala, Ford and Bo getting out and you picking your butt.
Think my suit's too tight
Yeah.
at Taylor's. I don't think she did.
We do have some
might be
actually
great.
awesome location concept art as well from the gala. Just while we're on topic.
Yeah, top down.
Gala was cool.
They're plotting the infiltration.
Yeah, there we go. There's that.
Ah,
So
great.
dreamy.
It's so dreamy.
The overhauled carriage and all its utility.
Can we print these out on paper too?
Yeah.
Sorry, no.
No, that's
You want
not.
the black and white or the color version?
You can do color.
Yeah. We have
Is
one
there
of those
anywhere
printers.
we can see this, or like,
could do
live
color,
in
but-
action?
See?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean the BG artists are just so good.
So good.
Yeah, they do 3D renderings of a lot of the big set pieces, even if we don't use the 3D renderings like in the show. They're just sort of for reference
the
to make
3D
sure that all the angles are right and everything makes
Dimensions.
sense. Yeah, I think even for this one, I remember they figured out the exterior of the location, like how the carriages, where they would pull up and how it would make sense, like the traffic flow and stuff.
cool.
It was super cool.
How many
It's
years were they grinding away at it, like from start to finish?
3.5 years or
Yeah.
something, I think, till then.
Yeah, but for the end of the season, yeah, I think that's right. We had pre-pro, and then we would go through all sorts of R&D, and they'd have us in. We'd give notes on different locations. They'd bounce different ideas off of us. It was great. you know, and then you're constantly working on it as the episode comes out too. If things need to get bigger or tighter, if they need to shift angles and stuff.
Up to the very last minute, like I think even in episode 8 at the Gala, we were like, didn't we say at the very last minute, like, we should get Lord Sharp in there?
We sure did.
And so we stuck him in the Gala like 2 days before we launched the episode.
You mean we thought of that well in advance?
You didn't actually have him there?
No.
We realized the shots that he was in were cut. So we were like, we got to get him in there somewhere. So they added him to another shot.
Which is the whole reason Jester
I
had
know!
to
Oh, okay, Aaron, I didn't get to wear my dress. What are you guys talking about?
That was Tasha, right?
Yeah.
Was it Tasha catching that?
Yeah, so he was in some shots that got cut, and we needed to put him back in another shot. So
Is it too late in the day? Like, is there a world where someone comes in and does a voice and it changes the character design? Has that ever happened? Because I know it's
Yes.
it has, and it's informed.
Yeah, same thing. So like if someone comes in and they have a more natural gravitas or growl, or if the voice just sounds bigger, there have been definite times where we come out and the bill just gets a little stockier, put some more meat on their shoulders or on their body or whatever it is. And other times the performance can be far more whimsical, and that'll change like what you want the facial expression to be capable of. So
Right.
sometimes you'll like trim down the line economy so they can be really expressive. So there's always a sort of a give and take with
Back
what,
and forth.
yeah.
That's awesome.
I know something else that was added sort of last minute was a one Breas
yes.
in the background.
Yes, in the scene where Not and Jester infiltrate the temple,
Yeah.
we were mid-campaign 3, and I think it was already being animated, and I
Campaign
went
3 of Critical Role.
of Critical Role, and I think I secretly went behind Tasha and Travis's back, and I asked if the animators could insert Breas, this horned character, into the temple scene.
Yeah, he made his whole, this character made his whole backstory start with Jester ruining his life by destroying the temple that he worked at. So,
Yeah.
We actually have the animatic.
Oh.
Take a look.
It would be so cool to have a temple like this to the traveler. Let's wreck it. How's this for pranking, traveler? This unicorn is horny. Put it in the brain just right. Hey, Jesse! Get back! Almost finished!
Sister, I brought. What the fuck?
Hi. I'm cured?
I knew her breath smelled like a distillery. Get them! Not so fast! Get down from there!
I'm gonna try something.
Watch out!
Renounce your false gods! Repent! Lest the traveler judge you!
So fun!
Like Chaos Rain.
I'm so glad they got in there.
Yeah.
Jester is just amazing.
she's fun. She's kind of fun.
You gotta love the cat like full splay slide down.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
That was something the board team threw in there that it was with the perfect window, like and it just destroyed every
I feel
time.
like they've just done so much more with her than I could have ever even imagined. It makes me so happy.
And this was when Jester was having a bit of a crisis.
Yeah.
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 I feel so bad.
That whole sequence of the throwing a fit and knocking everything over and the
Oh, it's so good.
yeah, that piece of shit.
But then he did. And Matt got
did
to
he?
Matt got to play a third character.
Don't make me second guess myself.
Yeah, no, he did.
Yeah, no, he totally showed up in her perspective.
Are you saying he's not
Mercer,
real?
do not gaslight me right now.
I was really happy to bring the Traveler back into this narrative. You know, a fun perspective of this deity of trickery that Jester has befriended and draws her powers from, and may or may not be tangentially related to Vox Machina's narrative.
Who we saw first in season 2 of The Legend of Vox Machina on their exit from the Fey realm.
Indeed.
Astute.
And if you haven't seen it, go watch it now.
Once the Billy Boyd voiced Garmeli revealed his true form.
Yes. Which we got a little bonus animatic. Let's watch it.
Oh,
Why
okay,
not?
let's go.
We got that. Let's see.
Jester, can you hear me? Jester, I'm out of the fucking sewer. 5 minutes till your distraction. Did you get to the tower yet? You can reply to this message.
Yes. Nearly there.
Oh, boy.
Teresi.
Whoa, where are you
Take
going?
the beacon up. I need to handle something. It's all in the quads. It's all in the quads.
Did you actually think you could escape me, Beren? Nein?
I don't need you, Traveler. I just need myself.
You were saying...
Traveler!
Oh!
Why did you leave me?
I would never leave you. You're my favorite.
My friend said I imagined you.
Friends.
Well, I mean, not as good as you.
I would think that impossible. Quite the prank you've gotten yourself into, Jester.
I know. Wanna help?
I look forward to the show.
Wait! Please don't leave me again.
Jester, my dear, I am always with you.
Dead.
That's honestly, that's an opportunity missed. You should have just been splattered on the floor and leave Jester going,
Mr. Drago went over. See? He was real.
and then he's gone.
Yep.
Hold on, I can heal this.
Jester
I can
just-
heal this.
Dresses up a guard as the Traveler and pushes him off the ledge.
Bernie's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's so cute though.
And she's different cute in the drawings in the
Yeah,
animatic,
she's
but
much
it's
more
still
like,
very cute.
Button nose and chubby little cheeks. Yeah,
I
she's
love
very
it.
cute. I feel like she looks a bit older in the show animation.
Yeah, we were saying you can tell the board artists by their stylings on each of the characters. They have their own like little individual takes on how they look. But man, they gave you the best little expression pass here with the Traveler too.
Sweetie.
So good.
Don't you act like he's not real. He's real.
I didn't say anything.
And Travis, you did a great German accent as Caleb there.
Nein.
Travis also did all the efforts of Caleb leading up to that because it's Ford all
I
along.
really had to drop into my Widowgast like self and think, what would the character be running from? And to? What would he be running
2.
It just came out. I'm just the vessel, Rahul. Just the vessel.
I got chills.
Just because he has
Impressive,
COVID.
Kat.
Has nothing to do with it.
Gotta stop making out for these shoots, man.
Well, Rahul, parting is such sweet sorrow.
Thank you for having me.
It's time to say goodbye. You're voted off the island. I'm sorry.
You have
Council.
been eliminated.
Do I go over there in my own little to the camera? Yeah, it was nice. Like I aimed the thing.
Oh yeah, do a little little confessional booth.
I don't know what Sam meant, but and then do that. That's
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I don't have COVID.
Big mistake. You're gonna regret it.
Wait, maybe we should do a confessional booth for this for next season. We'll do it for season 2. This is pretty fun.
But yeah,
Can we get a jib? We gotta get a jib. I always want a jib, you guys. Yeah.
Next time.
Make it feel like a reunion. I just want my Love is Blind realness. Anyway, you've been great.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for
It's
being
been a
a part of
pleasure.
this.
You guys are incredible. This community is amazing, and it's nice to be a small part of it. So thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
Hell
it.
yeah, buddy. Appreciate it.
And now we're going to take a look at a side-by-side of Trent's airborne battle in episode 8, you guys. It highlights the visual effects process. And when we're back, we'll be joined by Prop and VFX Design Supervisor, Dennis Fries. Let's take a look.
Yeah. It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so ridiculously good.
Welcome, Dennis.
Welcome.
Hey, the man, the man.
Feel free to. I introduced you, but if you want to do it better.
Who are you?
What do you do?
Sure, yeah, I do a lot. No, I do nothing. My name's Dennis Fries. They call me a prop and effects supervisor on the Mighty Nein. I work at Titmouse. I make all the magic. I'm in charge of the magic, some props sometimes, but work with the team to design all the effects. And then now in post-production, toward the tail end, kind of what you saw in the side-by-side with this wizard battle, I help lead the comp team and then effects retake animators to kind of plus everything up and make it look awesome.
Ugh, just a sorcerer, a magician.
Yes, and you do.
Just briefly though, so comp
Yeah.
is like atmosphere and the vibes of the frame.
Yeah. So generally, compositing is like putting everything together. So we send our animation goes to awesome studios in Korea, and it comes back, and we have all of the elements there. Everything that we designed in pre-production, all of the storyboards, they put together. Like there's an animated show that already exists, and then our team of, like, we call them retake compositors are there to fix some mistakes and things like that, but also to just make everything look extra awesome. So the zhuzh, the extra magic. So
Lighting, atmosphere.
lighting, atmosphere. We talk a lot about camera on this show.
Let's get an
depth of
example
field.
up. We got some side by side, so you can walk us through it with a, with a visual guide.
Something's coming.
Motion blur, all sorts. Look at
We
that.
use
yeah.
motion blur. Yeah, a lot of what I'm really into with this wizard battle is finding where's like the energy and the magic. So everything, we start out with Trent has like this orange, red magic, Essek, and the Kryn guards have like the purple dunamancy, and we want to make sure that they each have their own side. And then in post, we come through and we add that extra bit of energy and magic, and we're talking about, a battle in the sky, and how do you make it look interesting when it's characters, sky, you have light that hits a camera lens and blows things out. So
Makes a little difference.
yeah, we find those moments of extra
pretty
impact over time and say, okay, this is where, all of that kinetic energy is erupting and bursting, and we'll have, light that's all over the place. And
Snakehead.
yeah, that was one. This was a really fun one. We decided it needed to look more like a snake. We wanted to vary up a lot of Trent's magic, so it didn't just feel like lightning. So we have like everything is kind of got an electric sort of feel to it, but this is a snake that's coming in and chasing the Kryn guard here. So we're really trying to find those moments to make things look dangerous, to make things look exciting.
You're adding blur and motion and
lots
stuff?
of blur. I really like, when you watch like, Akira and stuff, you've got the eye trail. This shot, for example, like we try to steer away from things that are like graphic that you would see in a cartoon, and we want this to feel like, it's dramatic, it's real, it's naturalistic, it's in a camera. So there are moments like that shot right there. Everything is blurred. If you're shooting an action sequence in live action, you're not going to catch every single moment. So we like to play with things that are out of focus. Cool. If something gets really bright, you can't catch the focus, or a cameraman's trying to follow the action, things go in and out of focus.
And are you guys doing like camera shake and stuff like that?
Camera shake, everything gets a little bit of handheld camera work in the end, and we really we spend a lot of time finessing, like, what's the camera doing? How would a cameraman follow this? Like if they're in a helicopter and shooting.
How do you learn that? Have you been a cameraman?
I went to film school.
You did?
I went to NYU for film TV production. So yeah, I was a Tishy. So my background's in live action film and animation and stuff like that. So at NYU, I shot on film. Like, we were the last year at NYU to like shoot and edit on an actual film camera.
Wow.
So I bring a lot of that to this. So
Yeah, you do.
talking about what are, like, if this is a real shot and you're exposing the camera for like lightning and electricity in the sky, what's going to be light, what's going to be dark, what aren't you going to see, and what's going to be too much for the camera to all take in.
And this is stuff. This is stuff from the last episode, which obviously we flexed the biggest arcane muscle that we could in this. But even in the very beginning, when we were doing pre-concept work, you were coming up with takes on how Essek's teleportation was going to look. How was it going to be different?
Wow,
he was tossing out all sorts of different, magic language, how it would originate from, what kind of energy it would have, what was the light profile like, playing with negative light as well, black light. It was just really cool.
Dunamancy in particular is a lot of fun, especially like this black hole sequence. I guess it's pretty much a gravity black hole of sorts where, Essek's pretty much trying to suck Trent in, and everything goes flying in. So, we visualize it. We had great effects designers. This was Alistair, Matt, and Andrew doing the effects designs at the beginning, and then on the comp end of things, plussing things at the end, is this section was me, Rob Kornstein, Ray, Kim, Kush, Kalia, and Axel Alvarez. We got a huge team that's working on this and making it look super cool. But trying to find distinct magic systems for each of our characters, making sure that it feels unique to them, but also cohesive in the world that we're building.
It's so freaking cool.
Yeah.
And like obviously there's a lot of like color grading that
Yes.
was happening with each of those as well. Is your department also in charge of color, or are you kind of working hand in hand?
Yeah, we work hand in hand. So in pre-production, we have a whole color design team. It starts with color scripts. We have someone who's painting color scripts and coming up with this is generally what the sequence is going to look like. We have background painters that are painting all the beautiful backgrounds that are being designed. We have color designers who do all of the characters, props, and effects. And really, it's all a culmination of everyone's work, and we have a beautiful palette to work with once we get to compositing. And it's just about, honing things in. We like to find all the color is set usually, and for us, it's about finding difference in value, how we can use light and dark to draw your eyes somewhere, add atmosphere and things like that. And then at the end of the day, it goes to our art director, Joseph, who's doing color correct at the end. So it goes through numerous steps of we have an initial vision and everyone, hands upon hands. I named a few names of people, but there are so many people that work on this at Titmouse, at our studios in Korea that are just making every single element on this.
Yeah, but you,
together.
Dennis, you are
I do.
awesome.
I like to think compositors are like the unsung heroes. When you think about animation, you think, oh, you're drawing everything, but we have so many artists that aren't drawing things. They're thinking of what does this look like from the point of view of a camera? How do we make this look awesome?
But
and
you
really
do
cool.
draw something. Well, how do you make a lightning bolt? Are
A lot
you
of-
drawing
yeah,
the lightning
so
bolt?
It's a little bit of both. So there are 2D hand drawn. So frame by frame, a lot of the animation, it goes all the way back to the storyboards. We have the board artists establish a lot of the look of this. We have the 2D designers designing a still frame of this is what this one attack looks like. And then we'll have an animator that does 2D animation to get a lot of that in there. And then we just supplement and enhance it with, a lot of digital tools in After Effects.
Bloom, blur. All
Yeah,
those
bloom, blur, extra particles and things.
And you also get a lot of impossible requests from us, because sometimes in the review process, especially when early animation comes back, we'll say can we make that just more epic? And we'll all look over and Dennis is like, yeah, I
got you. We do have
Make it cooler, please.
we always leave a little bit at the end. We know our overseas studios are fantastic, but there's a little bit of something that gets from getting in a room. We review each episode has about 800 scenes, and there's a group of us. 800 shots. Scene is a shot. In animation we call a shot a scene. So there are 800 individual shots in an episode on average, and we're reviewing those, frame by frame all through it. And I think it takes that level of scrutiny, and that's what's awesome about Mighty Nein is we have the ability to go into every single shot, and we know we're going to do that on the tail end of things to just kind of plus it and make it look great. Whether it's the retake animators that are plussing the character models and making those emotional beats hit. We have background retakes too to make sure the backgrounds look good, and it's really a whole team effort from start to finish, and we know everyone at every part of the process is crucial to make it work.
What's your favorite thing to do on this show? Is it the magic? Is it just color stuff? Is it atmosphere?
You know what it is? I'm a nerd for the close-up shots in this, close-up character shots. Yasha is my favorite character to composite on a close-up because she's got that awesome cloak, and we do a lot. In most animated shows, you will have a character and sometimes you'll blur a flat background, but we like to do depth of field. So if you're on a close-up of a character, you'll notice their hair, Yasha specifically, her cloak will fall out of focus, and then her sword even more so, and that attention to detail. Yeah, right there. So it's a shot like this is my favorite because you don't
a very shallow depth of field.
Yeah, really shallow depth of field, and
cool.
Because Yasha has that cloak and the sword behind her, and there's so much emotion in her face, and just the contrast on her face, her skin and the dark hair and everything.
And
yeah,
the
you can
subtle
really
flare.
just draw yourself in. So I love shots like that. I like doing the the big wizard battle stuff is fun.
So cool.
Vibe comping, and throw in like a light blast and some camera shake and things like that, and doing those impact frames are a lot of fun. It's like I like those the impact frame. So that's like a high contrast frame that it's like 1 or 2 frames long. You don't even see it when you're watching it.
It's like when the punch connects.
When the punch connects,
it goes
exactly.
like
It's
it goes.
like
The whole
a
frame
big,
goes like white.
bright flash.
So then, how many frames are in a shot?
In a second or in
Or
a
in a
shot?
scene?
12 in animation.
Yeah, 12
12
per second.
Yeah,
But-
so
but each
it's like
one is
it
twice.
depends. It depends.
Yeah.
We do there's 24 frames in a second. So sometimes like animation, it steps a little bit slower, so it may be on 2s. So you would see 12 drawings in a second. Sometimes it's on 3s. You would see 8 drawings in a second.
So that you would consider a scene?
The scene is like it cuts to a different shot. So it's like
full shot.
Whenever
close
it's
up on Yasha. It's a wide shot of like Yasha looking, and there's the wizard battle at the end.
Okay.
So
okay.
each one of those shots is like a scene.
Interesting.
I
So
know,
when the,
from film
when the
it's-
camera
Yeah.
cuts, we got 800 of those.
Okay.
which is wild.
Yeah.
And your work also, it shines in episode 6 as well with the automatons.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, yes.
We have, so, and this is also, we have to shout out Nidus and
Oh, yeah,
his
Nidus
lair.
Akiro.
Nidus
Yeah.
Akiro from
Wilson.
our Calamity miniseries.
Played by Lou Wilson.
Yeah, Lou Wilson.
Reprising his role.
But these are Calamity era automatons, which are super cool.
Fueled by a familiar blue glowing stone.
Uh-huh.
Yes. I like that their weapons look very reminiscent of Yasha's.
They
That's
do have a
true.
similar sword vibe, right?
they do.
Big represent big.
They're wide.
They're big.
Oh,
Big sword.
They're very big.
sword.
This was actually this shot was really funny to us. So when we were initially doing the animation on this, if you look at the storyboards, the automaton is holding the sword in the ground, and then the sword is upright all of a sudden, and he doesn't like. How do you
Flip
go?
it.
Oh,
how
he doesn't flip it.
how do you go? We couldn't figure it out. We're like, all right, the sword's in the ground, and then it's up in the air. And I was working with Eddie, who did the animation on this, and it was like me, Eddie, and Joseph, our art director. And we're like, how do you do it? And none of us could figure it out. And I was like, hold on, I have a sword. And I had like a Zelda Master Sword. I grabbed it out, and Eddie's like, I have a sword. And Joseph was like, I have a sword. So we're all like figuring out how do you flip the wrist. You take it out, and you flip the
Thumb
wrist.
down.
So this is just showing like our process for these automatons. This was like, we had our eyes on this sequence for like a really long time. We knew it was gonna be big because they're big robots. We wanted it to look more like the background elements rather than a character element, and we know robots are really hard to draw rigid structures. So we decided to go 3D with this. We had an awesome team. We put together a lot of folks that worked on Vox, did some of the 3D on this, and we put together a team and did this sequence was kind of run and gun. Over the course of like a year, it took us to do this. So you're seeing now the process that it took from storyboards to rough animation once we had our characters were modeled and rigged, and then eventually the characters are painted. We call lovingly Slashy and Punchy. Slashy has the sword, Punchy punches.
Was this that reference video where we had Sam run out in the balcony and his Speedo
Absolutely,
and did
yep.
all the, okay, yeah,
Yep.
that's what it was.
Oh, cool. That was a rep.
But yeah, you can see it goes from in pre-production, we did the animation with the folks at Titmouse, and then we had to send like, because in Korea, they're doing a lot of the layouts on paper. So we had to give them like a black and white version so they could literally print it out, and you saw they, print that out, draw the other characters around, and eventually
you can print it out, Ashley.
Yeah,
You can print it
you
out.
can print it. You can print anything.
Have the
these days.
technology.
You have the technology?
As long as you don't run out of magenta.
That's just, yes.
Yeah. It's the worst. It's all white. Oh, it's always yellow?
Yeah.
For me, it's always cyan.
That's a lot of
Printers. Anyway, this is stupid. Moving on. Yes, and of course, as we're seeing here, some of the environmentals of the tunnels from.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shine. You added
Feel
shine.
that
You actually
booty.
improved the butt on that.
You did. You gave,
Yes.
you gave me a
Caleb's
little
orbs.
badonk.
Yeah, this was
Yep.
big up.
Oh,
yeah.
the orbs.
The braziers.
Look at that lighting. It's so gorgeous.
Yeah, and a lot of this is like story driven too. You know, like in the top, we're not really conveying. Okay, these pieces of light have to connect with the constellations.
Right.
So
Had to
you know,
add
we
those
have
light
to show
beams.
like, all
And
right,
they
all
have
the
to
light
turn.
beams they turn.
Oh my gosh.
Nidus over here,
Handsome
you know,
motherfucker.
He's all
it
glowing.
was kind of hard to see his face. So how do we make sure that we can see his face and also make him look glowy and cool?
This guy got trapped in the rocks.
Yeah, he used to not have the rocks.
That's right, we
come
added
down
the
and trap-
rocks.
He used to have his like belt
got caught.
and we're like, yeah, you know, like that's pretty
real. So we added a bunch of rocks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
This like this is Nidus's ship, and we wanted to make it look
Oh, yeah.
like gold. So we had Alice, one of our background color. I don't know her title. I'm
She's
sorry.
the head
She's
of color.
amazing. She's
Yes.
like head amazing person.
That amazing person.
She painted those, and you know, we add a little bit of sparkle and comp to make it look like a cool space.
Oh, that's right,
Automaton vision.
Predator effect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fun.
So
Based
from
on
their
light.
POV, we want to make sure
look at
that
little-
yeah, it looks like, you know, they see through sound. So how do you convey that?
And we definitely made a graph that talks about what all those symbols mean, right? They
Oh
all
yeah,
have it
yeah,
translated
yeah.
specific
We
lore.
developed a whole language over the course of
Yes,
the year.
excellent, good.
Like what are
We'll see who figures it
automaton
out.
lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, work on it.
The most amazing thing I think though about Dennis is that he had a baby 8 days ago and he's actually here.
That's right.
You won't
And not
remember
even just
any
like
of
here.
this.
You're talking very eloquently.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the lack of sleep that really, yeah, it amps you up.
You're
It gets
punchy,
you going.
sharp.
Yeah. I do better with less sleep.
Yeah.
You get like drowsy if you sleep too much. You're like,
Yeah.
you
Battery's
just like,
full.
Too much, yeah. yeah.
Keep
but
that
it's bad.
edge. That VFX edge.
yeah, exactly.
Can I ask who your favorite magic is?
Oh boy.
Oh,
Who's
my
your
favorite.
favorite?
Dennis,
I wanna
come
know
on,
this.
man.
Oh my gosh.
Yasha's out this time.
Yeah,
all
you
right.
said
Can't
no,
pick
no,
Yasha
no,
again.
magic.
I like Jester's magic. Honestly,
Really?
like
I feel like I
designing
just
all
won.
of the ribbons and stuff. That was one of like the most fun initial times. Just like drawing.
Are you
ribbon
saying it because I'm
magic.
sitting next to you?
And the teddy bear. The
Okay,
healing.
so-
the teddy bear healing
That
all
teddy
the
bear is
particles,
so
and then you know you get to do like Sailor Moon transformation.
I mean,
Yep.
yeah.
Like that's
It's so
fun.
good.
That's fun, and it also like it kind of plays against type with a lot of the other magic we do. So you know, it's fun to have something pink and sparkly in a show that's like it's a lot of browns and grays and
Yeah.
gritty and like serious. So
Thank you.
it's fun to have that contrast.
Yeah, and we have to give you love on the Ford transformations as well, because when he
Ford's-
would disappear, his what do
great.
we call it? His vapor dash.
Yeah, Vapor Dash.
Turn into water droplets and
That's
then
so
reform again.
Ford,
So cool.
Ford's a lot of fun. It was cool trying to like fuse like the Eldritch style magic
Yeah.
with a lot of the water. So trying to incorporate both of those and tie that into each of his spells.
Intentionality.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Caleb's always fun. Fire's just.
I don't know if fun is the right word
Yeah.
to use to describe
Yeah.
Caleb.
Oh yeah.
Blast.
It's not,
He's so fun at parties. Yeah.
he's a real pick me
I'm a
up.
blessed at parties.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
just like,
fire.
whoa.
Fire is really fun for me too.
That's the Vandrin vision.
Yeah, this is the Vandrin vision. So like finding something that was like uniquely like kind of horror was really cool to explore that sequence.
Whatever this crazy Leviathan voice is.
Mm-hmm.
And water is like historically very hard, right? Is that still the truth?
Water is very hard, and we've got water.
Yeah,
on this.
it's the horse movement of environments.
Don't worry. The Mighty Nine will never go to the water.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, rarely.
Yeah, no, it's cool because like each episode I feel like has like its own like fun magic set piece or fun environment set piece. You talk about like each episode it's like, okay, we're burning down a circus. We're having a giant automaton fight. We're doing something cool every episode, culminating in a badass wizard battle. So it's fun. It's a good time.
Well, Dennis, thank you so much for coming,
Thank you.
especially
Yeah,
with such an
Dennis,
amazing
yeah.
life
Thank
event that you just had. Congratulations.
You mentioned the unsung heroes of production. We're singing it.
Yes.
Actually, sing it.
The whole comp team.
Dennis is coming.
Got it one.
He was doing it.
That's great.
There was a team called Comp.
Thank you so much, Dennis.
Thank you.
But
It's time to say goodbye. And if you liked this behind the scenes deep dive and want to see more, watch the 90-minute extended edition of Inside the Mighty Nein exclusively on beacon.tv. New members can use the code MIGHTYPRIME for a 1-month free trial, or you can just scan this QR code below. For this episode, we'll be joined by Neil Acree and Peter Habib for a deep dive into the music of the Mighty Nein. We hope you enjoyed season 1 of the Mighty Nein on Amazon Prime Video. Thank you so much, and good night.
Good night. Yay!